We all have challenges from time to time when it comes to our art, and in this video I just chat around some of the challenges that I've had, some of the things that you can do to overcome those challenges and to recognise what those challenges are and how to overcome them. How do you push through those really tough parts of your drawings? You know, when it gets to the point where you either lose interest in it, or you know, it's become so frustrating because things aren't quite going to plan. How do you keep going, you know, with one piece? Or because I know some people can give up for months. They just get so despondent with their work that they can you know, they can stop drawing for weeks at a time, just because they've just fallen out of love with what it is that they're doing. And then people find it very hard to get back into things, you know, and don't feel inspired. I have to say it's not easier, but you don't really have a choice when it's a job and you have to feed your children and pay your mortgage, because you what do you do? I can't just stop drawing, if you know. So actually, in a way, it's a little bit easier if you do it as a job, because you don't really have a choice. But if you're doing it as a hobby, you know, it's so easy to lose faith and lose you know, inspiration and everything, and just stop. And it's, you know, it's a shame, because as a hobby, drawing is the most fantastic way of, you know, forgetting all of your troubles. And you know, it's a really, really good form of mindfulness, and it's just fantastic. But then what happens is you can run into the issue of, yes, it's a good form of mindfulness, and it's a good form of forgetting all of your troubles, but it kind of brings a whole load of new troubles. You know, if things aren't working as you'd like them to be working, then it can start to become actually a really frustrating hobby. You know, and who wants to do something that is frustrating? So you know, it's about trying to find ways of getting over that frustration so that you can carry on with the absolute pure joy of drawing. You know, and I think one of the ways of being able to get over that frustration is realizing and recognizing that this medium is very, very slow, and it goes through a lot of stages where it doesn't look particularly great. You know, and as soon as you start to come to terms with that, then you can push on through those parts where it's frustrating and ugly and what have you. And the other thing as well to remember is that, you know, if you're an artist who's been, you know, going for some time, and you're learning, and you're you know, your pieces are good, and you're quite confident in what you're doing, sometimes that step up to the next bit of your development, that can have a really, really tough effect on people, because it's almost like, you know, you know what you're doing, you're confident in what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you change things up a little bit, try some new techniques, and it's almost like you're back at the beginning again, and it's like, whoa, you know, I can't draw, or you know, and recognizing that you're trying new techniques or new paper or new whatever, you're just switching things up, you're developing your style, recognizing that for what it is, in that, you know, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're moving into completely new territory, and you are learning new things, and, you know, remembering how long it took you to learn your current techniques to begin with. That then is going to be able to help you get over those stumbling blocks as well. You know, because change is hard, change is very hard, and when you start to change or learn new things, you know, you do go right back to the beginning. I know I was trying some new paper, and I mean, well, I haven't carried on with it because it was just like, which is bad really, because I should have carried on with it, but it was very, very smooth, and I had to use totally and utterly different techniques to be able to get anywhere with it. And oh my goodness, it was like a 5-year-old had drawn, the what I was trying to do. I could not get to grips with it at all. I mean, it was ultra smooth. And actually I should have, I still should, persevere really, but it's completely different way of drawing, to what I'm doing at the moment. And it's really tough, and it's much easier to give up, much easier. So I think we all find our comfort zones, definitely. But it is good to switch things up and try new things, because, learning new stuff, I think is brilliant. I'm always wanting to develop and learn, but it's hard. So if you're getting to the point where you're feeling a little bit despondent with your drawing, or you're finding things a little bit tough and maybe not inspired, or things aren't working out quite as you hoped they would, well then, it's a case of, well, having a look at things and thinking, well, why am I finding it tough? Is it because it's new to me? And if it's new to you, well then it's a learning curve, and that's brilliant. You're learning new things, and of course you're going to find it tough. Is it the fact that you're just maybe stuck in a rut? Maybe you need to try something new. There's all these different things. If you just kind of, talk to yourself and find out why you're feeling how you're feeling about your drawing, well then, you can start to come up with some answers and to build plans so that you can actually get over, the issues that you're currently having. It's supposed to be a joyous exercise, drawing, and I know that sometimes it is, and sometimes it really isn't. So finding out what's kind of stopping you and blocking you is a good thing to do. And actually, chatting whilst you're drawing, I think has really helped me. Talking through techniques and everything, obviously for my tutorials and videos and everything, has really helped me to understand what it is that I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what works and what doesn't work. And I think that since I've started videoing, my work has actually improved. I have had some really good professional critique as well, which has helped incredibly. But I do think talking through what I'm doing has helped significantly, because it's made me realise, actually, sometimes I do things and there's a reason why I'm doing them. And it just kind of cements the reasons why I'm doing stuff. But it also makes me slow down a little bit as well. I do have a tendency just to kind of rush a little bit, just kind of talking through things has really helped me slow down a little bit too, which is good.